Do men really prefer slimmer women, or is that just a Western influence? Let's discuss. Many cultures around the world have historically appreciated or currently admire fuller-figured women, associating them with beauty, fertility, prosperity, and health. Here are some notable examples. Nigeria, including the Igbo and Yoruba societies, in many West African societies, a fuller figure is traditionally seen as a sign of health, wealth, and attractiveness. The term Odosiaku in Igbo refers to a woman with a robust physique, symbolizing prosperity. In Mauritania, some communities practice le bleu, or force feeding, to prepare young women for marriage, as larger body size was associated with wealth and status. In South Africa, among some groups, curvaceous women are celebrated. For example, the term makwerekwe is used for voluptuous women in some cultures. In Jamaica, Trinidad, and Barbados, a thick, curvaceous body type is often idealized in dancehall culture, with terms like big batty gayal celebrating fuller hips and thighs. In Haiti, a voluptuous figure known as femme du bout is often admired as a sign of strength and vitality. Tonga, Samoa, Fiji. Larger body sizes are traditionally respected, symbolizing abundance, health, and social status. Brazil, in some regions like Bahia, a curvier body, known as mulata, is celebrated in Carnival and Afro-Brazilian culture. Colombia, thicker, voluptuous women are often praised in music genres like reggaeton and bachata, as well as in media. Dominican Republic, thicker, voluptuous women are often praised in music genres like reggaeton and bachata, as well as in media. Puerto Rico, thicker, voluptuous women are often praised in music genres like reggaeton and bachata, as well as in media. Mexico, the chaparrita, which means short and curvy body type, is often romanticized in songs and pop culture. Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia. A fuller figure has traditionally been associated with beauty and marital suitability. Egypt, historically, voluptuous women, like depictions of Queen Nefertiti or Cleopatra, were idealized. Ancient Greece and Rome, goddesses like Aphrodite were often depicted with soft, full figures symbolizing fertility and beauty. Renaissance Europe. Paintings like those by Rubens celebrated voluptuous women as the beauty standard. Body positivity movement. Western cultures are increasingly embracing diverse body types, with influences like Lizzo and Ashley Graham promoting self-love for bigger women. BBW, or Big Beautiful Women community, a subculture that celebrates plus-size beauty in fashion, dating, and media. A symbol of wealth. In food-scarce societies, extra weight indicated prosperity. Fertility and health curves were linked to childbearing ability and vitality. Cultural aesthetics, music, dance, and art often celebrate fuller figures, like in Afrobeats, reggaeton, and traditional dances. In the Democratic Republic of the Congo, as in many African cultures, a preference for bigger women is deeply rooted in historical, social, and aesthetic values. Several key factors explain why many Congolese men admire and prefer women with curves, often referred to as Mwasi ya Kilo or Mama ya Bomengo in Lingala. In a country where economic instability and food insecurity have been challenges, a fuller figure historically signaled that a woman and her family had enough to eat. A bigger woman was seen as coming from a stable, well-off household, making her more desirable for marriage. Congolese music like rumba, ndombolo, and soukous often celebrates voluptuous women in lyrics and dance. Terms like ngwidi for thick thighs or mwasi ya zamba, meaning woman of the forest, highlight the admiration for curvy figures. Fashion like pagnas or kitenge wraps is designed to accentuate curves, reinforcing the ideal. A larger body is traditionally associated with strength, good health, and the ability to bear children, a crucial factor in a society where family is central. Wider hips and a fuller waist are believed to make childbirth easier, making curvier women more sought after for marriage. Some Congolese ethnic groups associate a woman's size with spiritual blessings, calling her Mwasi ya Bomoi, a woman full of life. In some communities, a thin woman might be viewed with suspicion, perhaps seen as sick or cursed. Congolese singers and celebrities like Fally Ipupa, Koffi Olomide, and even Beyoncé's Congolese-descended backup dancers often highlight and praise curvy women. Rejecting Eurocentric beauty standards such as thinness became a form of cultural resistance. Embracing natural African body types became a source of pride, especially during the authenticity movement under Mobutu. Urbanization and global media have introduced diverse beauty standards, with some younger men now also admiring slimmer or athletic builds. However, the majority still prefer Mwasi Yakilo, a woman with curves, confidence and bonus, a playful term for extra weight. For most Congolese men, a bigger woman represents health, wealth, fertility and cultural beauty, values deeply embedded in society. While Western influences are present, the love for curves remains strong in DRC's music, fashion and everyday life. Congolese music, especially rumba and dombolo and soukous, is filled with songs praising curvy, voluptuous women. Koffi Olomide Loye, The Law. Lyric highlight Loya Suka, Mwasi Yakilo. The final law is a woman with weight. Why? Koffi, one of Congo's biggest stars, repeatedly emphasizes that real beauty comes with curves. Fally Ipupa, Eloko Oyo, this thing. Lyric highlight, Eloko Oyo ezosala moto nangaisuka. This thing, her body, drives me crazy. So why is this significant? Fally's music videos often feature curvy dancers, reinforcing the love for fuller figures. Where is it? Mabel, hips, thighs. Lyric highlight, Mabel Yangai, Mabel Yabongo, my hips, the real hips. And why does this matter? A whole song dedicated to praising a woman's thick thighs and backside. Jabe Impiana, Feu de l'amour, Fire of Love. Lyric highlight, Mwasi Azamba, Poets Lord, a natural woman heavyweight. Why is this important? JB Impiana often sings about femmes naturelles, natural curvy women. Ferregola Mama Radio. Lyric highlight, Mwasi Yakilo Mama Radio, a woman with weight, the talk of the town. Why? Ferregola is known for celebrating voluptuous women in his lyrics. Papa Wemba, Maria Valencia. Lyric highlight, Maria Valencia. Nguidi Nayo, Maria Valencia, your thighs. Why? Even the legendary Papa Wemba praised thick women in his songs. Extra Musica, Mobali Natanangai, my man. Lyric highlight, Mwasi Yakilo Azali Kitoko, a woman with weight is beautiful. Why? This band often highlights curvy women in their dance moves and lyrics. Congolese music videos and stage performances often feature ndumba, voluptuous backup dancers. Maman Angelette, Koffi Olomide's dancer, is a legendary curvy dancer from the Quartier Latin band. Yenadella, Fally Ipupa's dancer, is known for her curves and energetic performances. Bella Bello, Wereson's dancer, is a fan favorite for her confidence and body positivity. Even newer Congolese artists keep the tradition alive. Inos B, with his song Yope, praises a woman's natural body. Daju, who is Congolese French, calls his woman a queen with curves in his hit Rene. These tracks aren't just about physical attraction. They celebrate confidence, femininity, and African beauty standards. The lyrics often playfully compare curvy women to heavyweight champions, natural blessings, or gifts from God. The preference for bigger women in non-Western cultures, particularly in Africa, the Caribbean, and Latin America, has begun to influence Western beauty standards in significant ways. This shift is driven by globalization, migration, social media, and the body positivity movement, challenging the long-dominant Eurocentric ideal of thinness. The Western body positivity movement, which advocates for self-love regardless of size, has drawn inspiration from cultures where curves are already celebrated. For example, Nigeria's big, bold, and beautiful ethos and Jamaica's thick Jayal culture. Influencers like Lizzo, Ashley Graham, and Tabria Majors, who embrace their curves, cite inspiration from Black and Latina beauty standards, normalizing fuller figures in mainstream media. Artists like Beyoncé, Drake, and Cardi B collaborate with African and Caribbean musicians, bringing thick aesthetics into Western pop culture. Songs like Bodak Yellow by Cardi B, WAP by Cardi B, and Megan Thee Stallion and Taki Taki by DJ Snake, featuring Azuna and Cardi B, celebrate curvy bodies in ways reminiscent of Congolese and Ndombolo or Jamaican dancehall. Western artists now feature dancers with fuller figures, a trend borrowed from African and Caribbean performances. For example, Beyoncé's Black is King backup dancers. Designers like Telfar, Christian Siriano, and Fenty X Savage now include plus-size models, taking cues from cultures where bigger women have always been dressed glamorously, like Nigerian Ankara fashion and Brazilian carnival looks. The rise of waist beads, curve-hugging silhouettes, and bold prints in Western fashion reflects Afro-Caribbean aesthetics. Hashtags like #ThickTok, #BLBody, and #African Curves celebrate fuller figures, often referencing non-Western beauty ideals. Viral dances such as Ameno Amapiano, Jerusalema, and Ponda Replay often highlight curvy bodies, normalizing them for global audiences. Some argue that the West commodifies Black, Latinx, and indigenous curves without respecting their origins, for example, calling a white influencer thick while shaming a black woman for the same body. The Western standard is evolving into a mix of thin and thick, where slim thick, a small waist and big hips, a blend of Eurocentric and Afrocentric ideals, dominates. Non-Western beauty standards haven't replaced Western ideals, but have expanded them. Thanks to globalization, the West is slowly accepting that beauty isn't monolithic, and that's largely due to the influence of cultures that have always celebrated curves. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.